are watching Emmy Award-winning coverage on 2 Sports, exclusively on Service Electric Cable TV.
Live from Kemp Memorial Stadium at Shamokin Area High School, it's the PIAA football playoffs, the quarterfinal round action featuring the once beaten Vikings of Allentown Central Catholic and the unbeaten Seals of Selinsgrove. Very pleasant good evening and welcome to our continuing coverage of the PIAA playoffs. Mike Zambelli joined by Jim Wills. We'll hear from Regina Potocny in just a moment. Jim, all teams now 3 wins away from a coveted state championship. Of course, there are 3 very difficult wins to get. Dave Hess, the second-year head coach of the Seals, they advanced to the semifinals a year ago. We look at them here this evening. They'll rely heavily on quarterback Corey Briggs.
Yeah, Corey Briggs does a great job, Mike. Over 1,600 yards passing, 26 touchdowns. He's bound for Harvard next year, and for good reason. He's one of the best in the state.
Harold Fairclough, now in his 4th year in charge of the Vikings. He had 12 total wins in his first 3 years. They're 12-1 already this year. Jim, why has this team been able to make it to this point of this year?
Well, because of the arms and the legs of Brendan Nosovich. He's done a great job, Mike. He's thrown for over 2,000 yards, run for over 800. Between both, 39 touchdowns on the season. He is the real deal.
Archbishop Order Pottsgrove awaits the winner. For the loser, their season comes to an end. Central Catholic Selinsgrove. It's yours next on 2 Sports.
Tonight's presentation of high school football is being brought to you by D.E. Cressman Insurance, Overhead Door Company, Power Realty, Everhart Motors, Yakko's, Bethlehem Sporting Goods, Hobbytown USA, Coca-Cola, R&J Carpet Connection, Walters Pharmacy, Kleckner & Sons Appliances, Lanta Family Prescription Center, and an ABE Door.
This portion of the Easton LaSalle football game is brought to you by FoxBrothersAlarms.com, who have been serving the Lehigh Valley for over 37 years. If you would like to get a copy of our free report, 21 Ways to Burglar-Proof Your Home, visit our website, FoxBrothersAlarms.com, or call us at 1-800-FOXBROS.
Everything's the same here at ABE Car Care Centers.
Cliff and Jim taught Cliff Cream Jr. all about honesty, trust, and reliability.
Yeah, and they're open Saturdays from 8:30 to 1.
You know, it's almost like it can read your car's mind. I bet it can even tell what you're thinking.
What am I thinking?
I'm drawing a blank.
See, I told you he was good.
What I'm really thinking is I hope somebody brought the donuts.
Car Care Plus, only at ABE Car Care Centers.
This portion of the Easton LaSalle football game is brought to you by FoxBrothersAlarms.com, who have been serving the Lehigh Valley for over 37 years. If you would like to get a copy of our free report, 21 Ways to Burglar-Proof Your Home, visit our website, FoxBrothersAlarms.com, or call us at 1-800-FOXBROS.
These days I leave my car at home. I ride the bus, the smart choice.
Lanta Metro is the comfortable, fast, clean, and low-cost way to make your way around the valley.
Lanta Metro, the smart choice. These days I leave my car at home. I ride the bus, the smart choice.
Lanta Metro is the comfortable, fast, clean, and low-cost way to make your way around the valley.
Lanta Metro, the smart choice.
Selinsgrove advancing to this part of the tournament with a 35-3 win over Greater Johnstown a week ago, while the Vikings eliminated Abington Heights 28-14. Let's go down on the field and Regina Potocny.
Both coaches coming into this game said that they are very evenly matched. Coach Fairclough told me this week, you know, when we looked at the tape, we thought we were looking at ourselves. Coach Hess told us before the game that they're a mirror image of us. So that's one thing we have to pay attention to tonight. Both teams have somewhat of the same game plan. Coach Fairclough said Central Catholic needs to guys, back up to you.
Away we go with the PIAA quarterfinals. That was Alex Gerasi putting the ball in play. It was recovered by Justin Kaiser. Kaiser's a 10th grader and a reserve quarterback on the Seals roster. So we get a look at the offense for the Selinsgrove Seals, averaging 47 points a game. Jim, they have really not been tested this year. Their closest ball game was a win over Southern Columbia, that has advanced to this part of the tournament in the 1A classification, but they have won 10 of their games by mercy roll. So it is quarterback Corey Briggs, and he hands to the fullback. That is number 33, Matt Wenrick. Wenrick, a 6-footer, 225, and a senior. Coach Dave Hess called him the most physical kid to ever play football at Selinsgrove. Briggs, Ruby, Kaiser, Shuck, Myers, Hetherington, Amron, and Hawk, Reinert, who just, or Wenrick, who just had the carry, and Trago is the center. For the Vikes defensively, Zuli, McFadden, Pitts, Faust, McNeely, Rittenhouse, Schaefer, Sander, Arner, Robb, and Moitzen. They need to get pressure on the quarterback if they're going to be successful here this evening. Gain of 9 on first down. Briggs under center, tosses. Reinert is met behind the line of scrimmage. And that is one thing, Jim Wills, that the Vikes are very good at.
They do a great job. Shane McNeely back there, 6'3", 225-pounder. That is, you know, what his specialty is. 3 sacks on the season, 11 tackles for losses behind the line of scrimmage. And you're going to see once again, that is why he does such a great job getting himself through there very, very quickly, along with number 18, Noah Robb.
Yeah, they have over 100 tackles on behind the line of scrimmage. Of course, they also have 42 sacks on the year. That's close to 150 plays on the team's other side of the line of scrimmage. Here's Briggs, his first pass, and goes. It is in and out of the hands intended for number 10, Matt Ruby. So after a nice gain on first down, that'll bring out the punting unit for Selinsgrove.
Good sequence for the Vikings right here. Good big 3-step drop by Briggs. Was on target, just couldn't get the hold there with the catch. It's going to force up a punting situation.
That'll bring on the punter is Kyle Reinert. He is a multi-talented young man. He's only a junior, has rushed for back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons. Deep to receive.
Number 28, Kyle Reinert.
For the Vikings will be Kevin McKellick. McKellick settling in at about his 31-yard line. Reinert's kick is away. And McKellick with an opportunity on a return. And a good return out to the 43-yard line. We get our first look at the Vikings offensively. Ben Morrow on the special team stop. Brendan Nosovich, the record-setting quarterback. Schaefer, Faust, McNeely, Gulya, Sander, Rittenhouse, Schwartz, Scorlata, McNeely, and Pitts, and a lot will be on that offensive line. Kaiser, Benner, Bosinger, Elliott, Wenrick, Wolf, Troutman, Lawver, Kant, Myers, and Trigo. Myers has already given a verbal commitment to Maryland, where he will wrestle. Vikings start on the ground. The first carry to Brad Schaefer. And little or no gain. Now they're going to mark him back at the line of scrimmage. Defensive surge led by Seth Lawver.
Spencer Myers in there also on the tackle, Mike. 45 tackles on the year for him. This defense is very, very tough. There you take a look at number 45, Seth Lawver, and they do a great job of getting inside leverage and getting to the quarterback very, very quickly.
Well, they have 5 shutouts on the year. They've allowed just 17 points in their last 5 games. Second down 10. Here comes pressure. Right call to Gullius. Gullius weaving his way, has a Viking first down and is in to Seals territory.
This is the area that Central Catholic thinks that they can exploit Selinsgrove in. The fact that they can get that short pass, get away from that pressure, get inside, and you saw a prime example of it here. Now you see a lot of people coming in on him, bearing down very quickly. Number 27 there first, Dakota Wolf, but he gets the pass off in time.
Gullius 4 catches a week ago, 14 yards, 41 on the season in terms of reception to lead the Viking receivers. Out of the shotgun, here is Schaefer, boy, and he is going to be hitting that. initially, but bounces off a would-be defender, and a good effort by Schaefer will turn what looked to be a 2-yard loss into a 3-yard gain.
Well, what we got to remember in this ball game here is the competition that Allentown Central Catholic plays against week in and week out, is going to be very, very big when it comes to this ball game and taking hits. People, they can say that they've been hitting people all year long, but the competition in the Lehigh Valley Conference is a little bit different than what Selinsgrove's seen all year long.
Gain of 4 on first down. Nosevich out of the shotgun, pressure coming, and he has nowhere to go. Terrific pass rush. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, but the sack will go to number 27, Dakota Wolf.
Dakota Wolf, 48 tackles on the season, but very good job of getting inside presence right away. This is the area, you said that offensive line is going to have to be good, and this is the area that they're not going to be allowed to have these things happen there if they want to be successful.
You got to look at Wolf. This defense has just been outstanding on the year, allowing 6.1 points per game. That's 5th in the state. They've allowed just 79 points in their now 13 wins to this point of the season. Nosevich to throw, trying to avoid the rush, and does so successfully, and has his man. That's number 82, Jack Sander. Good for a Viking first down.
Oh, we talked about what a great game Sander had last week. Mike, tremendous game last week against Abington Heights. And they rolled him out. That's the key. You got to roll him out, get him away from the pressure. Sander with the good hands.
5 catches, 117 yards, and a touchdown a week ago. Back-to-back first downs on the initial possession of the game for the Vikings. District 11 3A champions, and of course co-champions of the Lehigh Valley Conference. They share that honor with Easton, who will play tomorrow in the 4A quarterfinals. Nosevich, here comes pressure once again, and he's unable to get it out, and it'll be another sack. Coming on the blitz, number 23 was Dylan Elliott.
Now see, this is what you're going to see, Mike, pressure from all different angles. That time coming off the corner. Now see, you can see him, Elliott, see him starting. He's got a direct line right to Nosevich. Nosevich never knows he's coming right at him and gets hit before he can get the ball away. 22
sacks as a team on the year. They have intercepted 12 passes, recovered 11 fumbles. Not real big numbers there, Jim. I think the most impressive number for them is, they just don't give up points.
Exactly. Elliott with 49 tackles on the season, around 3rd or 4th on the team, but they just do a lot of different things from a lot of different angles and give you a lot of problems.
Lost back to the 42. Nosevich now jukes a defender by some time, and now gains the corner and turns it into a nice gain. He's back close to the original line of scrimmage, plus maybe a couple of yards run out of bounds by Ryan Kaiser. Kaiser, a first-team All-Stater from a year ago.
You take a look at, he's going to roll out right now. He's going to be, and he glides. That's the thing that he's done all season long. Does a nice job, little juke move there to get about 3 more yards as Kaiser finally catches up to him and puts him out of bounds. Kaiser going to be a walk-on at Penn State, possibly Mike at the safety position.
Preferred walk-on. He's the school's all-time pass reception leader in terms of touchdowns. Has 13 receptions for scores on the year offensively, but it is the Vikings on the move here, faced with 3rd down and 9. Trips formation to the left, and now flags out all over the place. Timeout called first. Steve Hullock, your referee.
White.
Let's go down to Regina Potocny.
One thing Coach Fairclough said last week was that their 9 penalties hurt them throughout the game. So he said this week we have to play almost perfect free football, no mistakes. So hopefully they can get things going. Those 9 penalties were not good. He said they also had 2 drop punts that kind of hurt them, and also a couple of turnovers. So he did not want to see any of those this week.
Well, Jim, I think the one thing we've learned through our extensive coverage of this tournament throughout the years is you need to play a better game every week. ABE Doors and Windows sponsoring this timeout. They need to play a better game this week than they did last week, or their season will come to an end.
You're right, Mike. That is the motto, and that gentleman there knows it as well, Coach Hess, because they've been deep into the playoffs themselves the last 8 or 9 years, and every week's a different story. What you did last week doesn't count because you got another team that's bigger, better, and much more athletic than you coming in to take, to take what you have, and that is that trip to Hershey away from you every single week.
Well, Coach Hess knows this program. 26-2 in his second year as a head coach. He served for 26 years as an assistant. He's a graduate of the school, class of 1977. Where he was a two-way lineman and senior year was a captain. He went on to an outstanding 4-year career at Lock Haven, where he graduated in 1981. Nosevich to throw, getting rid of it, looking downfield. Looking for Gullius. The coverage was outstanding underneath and over the top. And the pass falls incomplete. Well, where do you go here now, Jim? You're borderline 4-down territory.
Okay, this is going to be a big decision for the Central staff here early in the ballgame. That time, Nosevich had to get rid of the ball because pressure coming off that corner again. They dialed up that blitz off the corner, and he just got it off in time, even though it was into double coverage.
Ryan Kaiser, 6'2", 195-pound senior. So the Vikings will go 4th down and 9. Football's at the 33-yard line of Selinsgrove. Empty backfield, and here comes the pressure. Nosevich rolling, fires, has his man. 1st down Vikings. It's McKellick on the reception. And the Vikings convert on 4th and 9.
Well, good job of rolling the quarterback out this time. Went away from the pressure. They came off that corner once again, but they rolled him to the opposite side. Easy throw for Nosevich to make McKellick with the good grab for the 1st down.
Well, able to overcome that sack is Harold Fairclough's group.
Now you see how easy it was for him to roll away to that opposite side. They rolled away from the pressure and gave him an opportunity.
Split backs this time, joining Nosevich, still in the shotgun. And it is Schaefer. Schaefer with running room. Schaefer inside the 10, still on his feet and battling to the 7-yard line. 1st and goal, Vikings.
Schaefer having a great year, coming in here with 572 yards, 6 touchdowns on the season. But what they do here, Mike, is once again, now they're giving you pressure. They're coming off the right side this time. But once you pop through that line of scrimmage, that means that linebacker is not in position. So you get an opportunity, as you can see from Schaefer right there, you get an opportunity to look upfield.
Spotted Moore at the 8-yard line. 1st and goal, Central Catholic. 6:04 and counting, 1st quarter. Nosevich once again split backs. This is Schaefer. Not much, maybe a yard. First man in there defensively, number 45, Seth Lawver. Lawver with 3 sacks on the year. He's a 6'2", 245-pound junior.
When you take a look, yards are going to be tough to come by inside here. Now it's going to be really on the shoulders of this offensive line to open up the holes as you get deeper and deeper into that red zone.
Well, and this would be a statement here for Central Catholic. This is the 12th play of this drive. Once again, this Selinsgrove defense has allowed just 17 points in their last 6 games. Nosevich this time on the keeper. He's to the 1. Nosevich is in. Touchdown, Vikings.
Well, this is what you get, an advantage with a running quarterback. Got no time to get in there and get pressure on him as he takes the ball right away out of the gun and goes right up the middle for the touchdown. That's the key when you see a rushing quarterback for his 20th touchdown of the season rushing.
And score is Allentown Central Catholic 6, Selinsgrove 0.
Nosevich into the end zone. Here is Alex Gerasi, and that is barely in through the right side. Gerasi didn't get all of that one, but he got enough of it, and the Vikings lead it 7-0.
Very, very good call by the offensive staff. You see the great block inside. Got just enough time. He's right off the get-go. He's going to take that ball right in, and look at the size of that hole he has to take advantage of. Great block inside by number 54 there. Jared Pitts opened up a huge hole for him to go through.
Vikings on the board first. 12 plays, 57 yards, 5:15 the time of possession. Nosevich from 6 yards out, and the big conversions on 3rd down and then a 4th down conversion, Jim.
Well, they took away the pressure with that first one, then they came over here, rolled away from the pressure, that side get to McClellan, then the good run on the inside. So they've been really doing a good job of making them think of where they're going to go next. And that's what you got to do with a pressure-type defense like Selinsgrove.
Well, Nosevich with a big game rushing this evening could join former Liberty quarterback Dan Purse is a 2,000-yard passer, 1,000-yard rusher. He has the passing. Needs about 130 to join him in a 1,000-yard rusher. So Selinsgrove, I'd wager to say, Jim, they haven't trailed too many times this year in this 13-0 season. Corey Briggs bringing his offense back out onto the field. What a terrific individual this young man is. Of course, there's a great story involving Corey Briggs. His father, Steve, is the head coach at Susquehanna. Harold Fairclough played for him there. Corey Briggs was the ball boy when Harold was there. So there's so many underlying stories within this football game. Briggs goes to the running game, and it is Reiner. 5'9", 177, maybe a couple of yards off left tackle.
Brad Schaefer on the stop for the Vikings. This is going to be important here, Mike. Again, this is another defensive stop that they need to have happen here to keep that momentum in their favor. There you take a look at it now. They come up very quickly, put the stops on. That's what you need to do, because you know he's going to hurt you with the pass. So you want to make sure that every time they run the football, you're in those gaps. With
1,120 yards on 123 carries, Reinhardt led the Heartland 1 Conference. They are a league champion. Selinsgrove, Danville, Montoursville, Shikellamy, Mifflinburg, Jersey Shore, and Milton make up the Heartland Conference Division I. Reinhardt, the conference's top rusher, 1,120 yards. Second down and 8. Briggs making a change at the line of scrimmage. And we'll look to throw. He's got one-on-one coverage. The defender slips and falls. The pass is complete to Kaiser. Nosevich over to make the touchdown-saving tackle, but the play down to the 16-yard line. 46 yards on the pass completion.
Well, great job by Kaiser getting himself out there. But, you know, it's tough because, you know, he's got 44 catches on the year, but that was an easy one for him, Mike. Arner slipped down. You're going to see Arner slips down. Kaiser's all alone here on the sidelines. Nosevich does save the touchdown by coming over here, but that's the kind of thing that they can hurt you with. And give credit to Briggs. He audibled that at the line and got them into that position.
Well, I don't think we need to say that. He's an intelligent young man. He's been around football his whole life with his father, of course, and you know he's going to Harvard. So I don't know that combination doesn't. That's enough to scare you right there. Here's Briggs play action, has all kind of options and floats it, and unable to get it to number 10, Matt Ruby. Ruby, 5'10", 180-pound senior. He's had a fine year as well. 17 receptions, 245 yards, and 3 touchdowns.
Now you can see the danger, though, that he possesses. Rolled opposite at time. Had 2 receivers downfield. Just overthrew the intended receiver downfield, but you can see the poise and the confidence he has by going both directions, sideline to sideline.
Reinhardt, the deep back in the eye, and Kyle gets the call, but again, busting through. That is number 41, Connor Faust.
Faust doing a great job getting through there. The 6'3", 210-pound junior gets in there inside very, very quickly. 49 solo tackles, 19 assisted, 5 sacks on the season for Connor Faust.
Jim, Central has done such a good job on the line of scrimmage defensively. Mentioned 102 tackles for losses to go along with 42 sacks. That group right there has had a phenomenal year.
Yeah, you look at all the offensive numbers and the wins and everything, but when you come down to the nitty-gritty, stopping people behind the line of scrimmage that many times for that many yards is one of the biggest factors they're in the position they're in right now.
3rd and 10, ball on the 16. Penalty marker out. Pass is thrown wide. Intended for Kaiser. This now going to be a decision for Howard Fairclough. Do you look at 4th and 10, or do you let him retry 3rd down?
This is going to be his decision, as you said. There you see the officials on the evening. Steve Holochuk, Brian Newland, Jeff Brookins, Doug Hartzog, Bob Melfis, Larry Bydom, and Scott Undercorker.
Got a hold on the offense, 10 yards, spot of the foul. We play 3rd down.
Well, that'll move it back to the 35-yard line. Neither team.
Now you're going to see as they're going along there, you see the hold on the inside. Very, very obvious. Good call by the officials.
It was Tyler Zulli, the 6'3", 215-pound senior, started to say that neither team, field goal kicker-wise, each has one on the year, so it has not been something that has been a big part of their offense. So it'll be 3rd and 29. They need to get the ball to the 5-yard line to pick up a first down. Briggs looking over the defense. Fires left side, has one-on-one coverage. And a good job by number 21, Tim Arner.
Well, that's what we talk about every week, Mike. You know, defensive backs turning around, looking where the ball is. We saw a game last week where that didn't happen, and the team that was in that position got burned a few times. But tonight, you're going to see, once again, Arner look around, check out where the ball is, stick his arm out. Nice coverage by Arner. Trying
to utilize Kaiser at 6'2", Arner listed at 5'11". Just kind of put it up there. Kaiser, as we mentioned, school record holder for pass receptions for touchdowns. Broke the record of Ryan Shuck. Ryan Shuck has a younger brother playing on the tight end, Kyle Shuck. So on 4th down, Reinert, low snap from center. McKellick fields it and dances his way outside the 10-yard line. So the Vikings hold after the big 46-yard pass play. R&J Carpet Connection trivia question: who are Central Catholic's top 3 single-season reception yardage leaders? Central Catholic's top 3 single-season reception yardage leaders. Significant because number 3 plays in this game, and he has an opportunity to obviously move up the ladder. Here's Schaefer on 1st and 10. A couple maybe off the right side.
Now, the thing of it is, you know, Central with a momentum gain with that defensive stand. As I said, Selinsgrove's only punted 18 times this year. They punted twice here in the first quarter. So that's an interesting tidbit when you look at it, that they're not used to being in that position. So right now they're starting to mentally think that there's things are going wrong here for them. Now's when you got to take advantage of that offensively.
Make it a gain of 1 on 1st down. 2nd and 9. Nosevich from the shotgun. This time on the keeper. A big opening left side. Nosevich, a first down and a lot more out to the 31-yard line.
Well, see what hurts you when you play the kind of defense that Selinsgrove is. When you're shooting those gaps and you're shooting in from the corners and they pop that line of scrimmage, like right here. Now, see, he pops that line of scrimmage. Now he's in open territory because everybody's in different positions. And he's one of the best at taking advantage of open space.
Nosevich coming into this ball game with 863 yards rushing. 2005 passing. Dan Persa, the 2000 and 1,000-yard rusher back in 2006 for Liberty. Here's Nosevich again, loose in the secondary, in the cross midfield, and dragging defenders to the 41-yard line.
Now, this is the significant kind of offense we saw last year with Liberty when they have Anthony Gonzalez just run that quarterback keeper. If you got something that's working, keep going at it. And it's taking away that defensive surge and taking the sting right out of that defense. And he's had no problem getting himself through that hole in the original spot.
28 yards and another first down. And now a timeout charged to Selinsgrove. Comes with 1:41 to go in the opening quarter, and the Vikings on the move once again.
Well, see, this is the thing. This is their MO all year long, is his defense and being able to blitz from all these different angles. Now you're taking the MO right out of their hands, and they're frustrated.
Here's the answer to tonight's trivia question. Number 1, Dave Horton with 883 yards. Horton is now a senior defensive back on the defending national champion Richmond Spiders. Jeff McGeehan back in 1973, 874. Gullius, 837. So Gullius needs 37 to tie Jeff McGeehan, 46 to tie Dave Horton. Let's go down to Regina Potocny.
Nosevich and the Viking offense has Selinsgrove back on their heels right now. Coach Hess told us before the game that they thought Nosevich was an amazing quarterback, especially that he's only a sophomore. He said they were very concerned about him, and we see in the first quarter that he was right.
Here's Schaefer now. Schaefer slips a tackle. Ball's out. Selinsgrove claiming possession, and they've got him. A big turnover forced by the Seals. Coming up with a fumble recovery was Brian Troutman.
Well, that's the kind of break that the Seals needed there. They went to a conventional defense that time, looked at a four-man front, but what happens here now is the ball gets knocked out. You see that knockout take place. The Seals recover on the sidelines as Troutman goes in and wraps it up.
I think it was John Trago, number 55, the nose guard, who punched it free. Trago, who also starts as the center on offense, a second-team All-Stater in 2008. That is a big-time play when his team needed it. It was number 55, Trago. And now the offense for Selinsgrove, that is Matt Wenrick, 6-footer, now in his senior year. Leads the team in tackles defensively with 52. He's blocked a couple of punts, a couple of interceptions, brought down by Shane McNeely.
Once again, momentum has swung a little bit towards the Seals now, as you see Coach Hess on the sidelines. Now they get back in position. If they can get a score here and tie it up, then they can go back to what they were doing defensively as well.
Gain of 3 on first down for Wenrick. Briggs a long count, looking to go quickly, and pressured from Faust, forcing an errant throw. He was looking once again for Kaiser.
Well, it's Faust and Sand here, Mike, and that's the difference. See, you're getting a guy 6'3" to come in here as well to put his arms up. Causes a problem that you're not used to. Now take a look in here. You see Sander coming in here as well. That's the thing that helps you get 2 guys coming in there, and he gets him to force that pass early.
8th appearance in the state quarterfinals in the last 10 years for this program. Selinsgrove last year making it to the Eastern Finals, losing to Archbishop Wood. Here's Briggs to throw on third down. That in and out of the hands of the receiver and going to be picked off. Intercepted by number 18, Noah Robb, a sophomore at 6'3".
Well, Rob coming in here doing a great job so far. And the deal is that ball went up in the air off of Shuck's hands. Now watch. You see him roll him out. Shuck has his hands up in the air. Goes right through his hands. Rob smartly, the old tip drill coming into effect once again. Tips it up in the air. Rob comes down with the interception.
Rob's second interception of the season, and what a big time to come up with one. Vikings will take over at the 48 of Selinsgrove with 43 seconds to go in the first quarter. What an action-packed first quarter, huh?
Well, you knew it would be, Mike. I mean, you took it, the number 6 rushes, 54 yards for Nosovich here in the first quarter alone.
He's tripped up. There was an opening there. That was a big tackle by 23, Dylan Elliott.
Well, they're sending Elliott all the time. That's one of the people that are coming off the corner, Mike, we talked about before. The 6-foot, 170-pound senior coming off that corner. That time got his hand inside for the trip.
Interesting. Regina reported early in the game how both coaches, we asked both of them if there was anybody on their respective schedules that reminded them of the opposing team, and each of them said the guys were playing tonight. They really feel they are mirror images of one another. Nosovich quickly out, but overthrows Gullius.
We're going to take a look at that one later on, too, because what happened is downfield, Shane McNeely was wide open.
That will do it for a very entertaining first quarter. Central leading 7-0.
You've seen the headlines. Energy costs are expected to continue rising all year. Are you prepared? Now's the time to make energy-saving improvements from the name you trust, ABE Doors and Windows. We're offering the year's best deals on a huge selection of energy-efficient doors and windows, including government-approved Green Seal certified products. Call today for a free estimate, and you'll still be able to qualify for tax credits up to $1,500. ABE Doors and Windows, where quality doesn't cost, it pays.
Yeah, pretty much as advertised. 2 heavyweights in the 3A classification of the PIAA tournament, slugging it out here. through the first 12 minutes of this game. The remainder of the 3A bracket, Manheim Central playing Susquehanna Township tonight at Hershey Park Stadium. West Allegheny and Cathedral Prep, that's the western part of the bracket. And as we told you earlier, the winner of this one will get Archbishop Wood or Pottsgrove. Nosovich, pump fake, looking downfield, thrown into coverage, and it'll be picked off. Cameron Benner with the interception.
That time, Nosovich forced it a little bit more than he should have. Thrown into double coverage there. Not one of the smart moves he's made all year. That was double coverage, and that was a tough pass. That would have been a very tough pass for McNeely to catch either way. Now you see him, great pass, but he's just forcing it in between two defenders there. Number 5 in there as well, Kaiser. So tough pass to make, and now takes a interception and takes a turnover in the Seals' direction.
For Benner, that's his second interception of the year. Bosinger and Wenrick leading the team with 2 apiece, so he joins them at the top of the charts. That's the 13th interception this year for the Seals. So Corey Briggs now back to work. And Briggs looking near side, looking for Kaiser once again, has his hands on the football, and that is a completed pass out to the 46-yard line.
Well, you can see that they're going to go at Arner. That's the key. They're going at Tim Arner on that corner once again. And a good reception by Kaiser. We said he came in here, as a highly touted athlete, and you can see does a nice job, gets the 1 foot, and then gets himself in position to make a very good catch on the sideline.
Well, you only need the 1 in the high school game, so it doesn't matter at that point where that second one comes down. Kaiser preferred walk-on at Penn State University, at least as of now. I'm sure he's still entertaining some other ideas, has some time without. Here's Briggs with the option, and Briggs going to be caught by number 62, Tyler Zulli, the nose guard, with a terrific play.
Tackled by number 41, Connor Faust.
Briggs not a big rushing attack on the season, so it's not something you're going to see as a mirror of Nosovich. But he does do a good job of shedding and getting to the outside, but still can't get himself into gear to get upfield. Good job by the defense, and they're used to watching that because their quarterback is one of the masters at it.
Connor Faust also in on the stop. Vikings leading 7-0. Gain of a yard on first down. Briggs tries a little shovel pass and complete to number 9, Brian Troutman. Troutman tripped up a couple of yards shy of a first down. It'll be 3rd and 2.
Good play by Brad Schaefer there, or else Troutman would have been off to the races. That was one play away from breaking it big, Mike. There you see the little shuffle pass inside. Troutman goes upfield, and Schaefer just gets him by the foot. As you can see, there wasn't a white jersey in your picture, and there wasn't for a while.
That's a reception for Troutman. Just 3 of them on the season, 33 yards, as long of 16. Briggs on the season, 114 completions, 205 attempts, 1,668 yards. That led the Heartland Conference as well, and he sees something he did not like and will call a timeout. I think the big number with Briggs is 26 touchdowns, just 4 interceptions.
Oh, that's an impressive number. It's this timeout brought to you by ABE Doors and Windows. You're right, Mike. That is the thing that really stands out at you.
Yeah, he's an impressive young man, obviously, Jim. 2-year starter now for the Seals. He's thrown for over 4,100 yards, 300 completions. How about this ratio? 57 touchdowns and just 8 interceptions.
Oh, he's very smart. That's the key. A coach's son, what we would expect. As you said, going to Harvard, makes great decisions, doesn't force the issue, and as we said, not a great person in the rushing game, but the thing of it is he makes up for it so much with his arm and his intelligence of where he puts the football.
Well, when you have guys like Reinert and Wenrick to run, you don't need your quarterback to run, obviously, and what a phenomenal year for this program. Beat Mount Carmel 41-0, Mifflinburg 44-6, Milton 55-0, Danville 62-6, Berwick 34-6, Shamokin 55-16. Closest game of the year was against Southern Columbia, 35-28 final. Shikellamy 55-0, Jersey Shore 55-7, Montoursville, Columbia, Montour, Shikellamy, and, of course, Greater Johnstown last week. On 3rd and 2, here's Reinert. Reinert still on his feet and has the first down. Tough run. Brought down eventually by Nosovich, but that a good effort there by Reinert.
Well, Reinert coming in with 1,120 yards. That's the key, Mike. Puts down the shoulder to get a good key block on the corner. Nice job by number 33 there, Wenrick, coming out and giving a good block on the corner that allows him to turn upfield.
What a compliment from head coach Dave Hess. Toughest, most physical kid to ever play at Selinsgrove. That's quite a compliment coming from your head coach. Key block there, 1st and 10 Seals. Briggs. And Reinert is stuffed behind the line of scrimmage. The first guy there was number 54, Jared Pitts.
Pitts with great penetration in there to cause that thing to blow up right away. And that's what you need to have from your nose guard position, that explosion to come in. Now, see how he blows the play up right away. And then what happens then is he gets the assistance and the tackle from number 82, Jack Sander.
Loss of 3 on 1st down.
From the 42-yard line.
Wenrick, the lone back behind Briggs. Then Wenrick gets the call. And back to about the original line of scrimmage. Will be 3rd down and 10.
3-yard gain to the 38.
Well, nice job once again by the defense. They're going to trail, and then all of a sudden you see him get a good penetration at first, but the final job done by Ian Moitson.
Moitson, a 6'1", 190-pound senior. He'll get some carries offensively. Briggs, a good look over to the sidelines on 3rd and 9 officially. Here comes the blitz. Do a good job of picking it up. What a catch by Kaiser. Oh, are you kidding me? That's a thing of beauty.
Hey, that's a double coverage catch right there, Mike. That is a thing of beauty. Just a nice slant pattern right across the middle. Now watch it. He's looking at him from the start to the finish. He knows he's coming right across the middle. Look at the hands on that young man. Right into double coverage. Couldn't put it any better than he did.
Yeah, on 3rd down and 9, first team All-Stater as a free safety. Gets my vote as a receiver making catches like that. So both teams have had some success on 3rd and even 4th down. Drive still alive. Briggs under center. Looking to the left side and looking for Kaiser. This time, Arner with underneath coverage. There's a little contact there. No flags out. Incomplete.
Well, he goes over to the sidelines to talk to his offensive coordinator right now. I think that was a little bit of a mix-up right there on that play, and he ended up throwing in the double coverage and got away with one. But as we said, very rare for him to make mistakes in the passing game. There you see it, 3 receptions for Kaiser, 82 yards, averaging 27.3.
Out of the I formation on 2nd and 10. Briggs, play action. Looking again, it's Kaiser. Kaiser slips a defender and battling his way close to 11. That will be good for another Selinsgrove 1st down.
Well, he goes right to his bread and butter receiver. This is who he wants to go to from the start of his play. You'll see him roll right. You'll see him go down the field, make an inside move, then go back to the outside. Very nice pass pattern. Gets the 1st down for the Seals.
32 career touchdowns. Over 2,000 yards receiving, 119 career receptions for Ryan Kaiser. 1st and 10, Briggs to throw. Looking for Kaiser, he's got him. Touchdown Seals.
When you get that kind of confidence, you're going to go right back to him. Kaiser just went straight down the field. He just threw it to a spot. Kaiser was right there. Not even looking anywhere else, Mike. He just had the bullseye right on Kaiser from the start.
14th receiving touchdown of the year, 33rd of his career.
Take a look, 3-step drop, and then wham, right down the field. Goes nice little inside move. He's matched up with number 18, Noah Robb, one-on-one. Great connection.
Seals Spencer Hotelling extra point away from tying this game. Kick on its way, not the prettiest of kicks, but it is through the uprights, and that's all that matters. We are tied at 7. 7:12 to go in the half.
Well, this is what they do best, Mike, and that is throw the football confident. He's driven them all the way down the field, throwing passes to him. Once again, 3-step drop, going to lay it out there. He knows he's going to go up in the air and get it. He's got one-on-one. He got Noah Robb to turn his back, which is the key. If you are the offensive man, get that defensive man to turn his back, and that's going to be problems 9 out of 10 times.
Selinsgrove program that has every anticipation of playing in a couple of Fridays from tonight in Hershey for the Commonwealth's top prize. Impressive drive, Jim.
There you see it, 10 plays, 78 yards, 4:42 off the clock. The 12-yard pass to Kaiser for the touchdown. The big pass coming down here, he started it all with that pass in the beginning. And then you're going to see another pass to him coming across between the double coverage on the slant pattern. And you're going to see another one to him on the outside. This was a two-man battle all the way down the field, and why not? Let's go back to him for the ender of the touchdown.
Briggs and Kaiser adds up to 7 for the Seals. Hotaling now ready to kick off.
Back for Allentown Central Catholic is Kevin Goulias.
Goulias and Schaefer deep to receive with Goulias near side. That's number 60, Kyle Benner, with the kickoff, and it is Goulias from about his own 10-yard line. Returned to punt last week against Abington Heights for a touchdown. Dragged down here by number 10, Matt Ruby.
Well, this is going to be an interesting drive here now to see momentum now even. There's no question about it, just like the scoreboard. So now you're going to see what Central Catholic can do here offensively if the Seals go back to that defensive challenge of putting people in and out of the line from their linebacker positions or coming off those corners once again.
Many feel throughout the state, Jim, that this could very well be your state championship game. Manheim Central is ranked number 1 in the 3A classification, but Selinsgrove number 2, but there are many who feel the Seals, just might be the team to beat. Nosovich slipping defenders. Look at Brandon Nosovich, and just tripped up. And they may have saved a touchdown. That was Matt Wenrick just getting a shoestring tackle.
Well, the thing he does so well is he takes hits and then he keeps going after he gets hit. And you're going to see him again. Now he gets a little bit of a hand there. That's not the big deal. Now he's going to come out here. Now he's going to take a brush. Now he's going to get another hand. And he just about made it out of that last hand into the end zone because he was free. Right in front of him was just nothing but green.
And he was just about ready to kick that into the next gear, and we were going to find out just what kind of speed Mr. Nosovich has. 3 for 6, 31 passing. It has been his wheels that have been a big difference in this game. Schaefer on the carry for a couple of yards. Myers there on the stop. Spencer Myers, a second-team All-Stater in 2008 as a defensive tackle. He led the Heartland Conference with 5.5 sacks. He's, as we mentioned earlier, going to go to Maryland on a wrestling scholarship. I'm sure our Doug Heater is very familiar with Spencer Myers.
Yeah, big boy at 6'4". Does a nice job off that line.
6'4", 240. Nosovich, no slap from center, but here he is again. Nosovich free. He's into Selinsgrove territory and looking for more to the 28-yard line.
Well, once again, Mike, when you gamble on defense like they are, and he's going to see that crack, he's going to take advantage of it once again. Here you see it. He sees the crack. Here we go. Now he's going up the left side. Now once he gets to that sideline, he gets himself out there. He's a big guy. You're not going to tackle him with one of those shoulder jobs that they tried to do right there by Ryan Kaiser.
33 yards on the run. Let's go to Regina Potocny.
Coach Fairclough was not happy with the way his Vikings ran the ball last week over Abington Heights. He said, we have to come out and establish that tonight. So far, they're able to do a good job.
Absolutely. Brendan Nosovich. Here's Goulias on the reception. Sandher a nice block. And Goulias a nifty little run after the catch to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, Sandher, good seal block there outside, trying to get him, or good stock block, I should say, on the outside, trying to get him some running room as he gets a nice little gain on first down.
Wenrick, number 33, the outside linebacker there to make the tackle.
There you're going to see Goulias goes to the outside, Sandher with the good block, and he pulls himself upfield to get a couple more yards after the catch.
Schaefer. Running room for Schaefer. Sidesteps a defender and dives forward to the 11. That'll be good for another Viking first down.
Good job by the offensive staff calling these plays. They're keeping them off guard, not being able to use that ability to blitz from all different angles. That time they caught him again, and you see he's inside. He sees that hole go to the opposite direction, takes advantage of it. Schaefer's done a great job in this coming in this year.
Tim McGorry and Andy Millen share responsibilities for calling the plays. First and 10 from the 11. Here's Nosevich once again, tripped up. Diving close to the 10-yard line. He'll pick up a couple of yards where it'll be second down. Tripped up by number 23, Dylan Elliott.
Nosevich on the keeper to the 10, second and 8.
Once again now, going to be tougher and tougher here in that red zone. Where you see Tim McGorry giving the play right now to number 8 as he goes in there, Kevin McKellar.
Trigo and Troutman on the stop.
10 rushes, 108 yards, closing in on 1,000 for the season. Averaging 10.8 per carry. Nosevich again slips through an opening and then is met at the 6. And driven back. There will mark his forward progress at about the 6-yard line.
Good job there as you see Dakota Wolf losing his helmet. A lot of hitting going on inside there, Mike. This time, good job of closing up the hole very, very quickly. Wolf hits him head on, and then he gets some help from some of his friends in there. Number 55, John Trago, being one of them.
Wolf listed as an inside linebacker. He certainly played like one there. 5'10", 210-pound junior. 7-7 football game, 3:17 to go, opening half. Nosevich, empty backfield. And now forced to go to damage control. He was looking to 82, Jack Sander. Well, that's going to bring up 4th and 5. They can pick up a first down, but would have to get it inside the 1.
That time, the Seals were not fooled by that pass that they wanted to go to the backside with. And Nosevich ends up getting hit a little bit late there at the end. Some of the coaches a little upset about that right now, but no flag thrown on the play.
It is Gerasi, just 1 field goal on the year. Excellent rotation and is right down the heart. And the Vikings regain the lead at 10-7.
Take them any way you can get them, Mike. They had to get points out of that drive. Very, very important. As you can see, good snap, good hold. Gerasi with the good kick. He said he hasn't had many this year, but the fact is he's doing it now when it counts.
23-yarder Gerasi this year. He had 4 extra points last week, 55 on the season. The 1 field goal. He is the team's 2nd leading scorer behind Nosevich. Nosevich coming in with a total of 114 points. Gerasi coming in with 58. 3:04 to go in the first half. Vikings with an answer of 3 for the 7 put up by the Seals.
And that was important, Mike. You had to answer that drive that the Seals put on to get that 7. That was very, very important. Whether you came away with 6, 7, or 3, didn't matter. It was coming away with points.
8 plays, 75 yards. A good bulk of that yards picked up by Brendan Nosevich on the ground. 1 hopper here from the 8-yard line is Kaiser. Kaiser hit and brought down at the 31-yard line. The Seals with 2:58 to go in the half.
Good job by the special teams for the Vikings. Now it'll be interesting to see with 2:58 left, Corey Briggs and how he can go downfield. This quarter brought to you by Kleckner & Sons. 2 locations to serve you, Whitehall and Emmaus.
Dave Hess, 26 years as an assistant here at his alma mater. 2nd year as a head coach. They lost their first game of the year last year and then their last. Lost to Mount Carmel in week 1 and then to Archbishop Wood in the East Finals. That pass complete to number 18, Kyle Shuck.
And interesting, Mike, when we said to him before the game, did you expect to be here? He said, absolutely, we expected to be here. You know, no doubt that was their goal, to come back and become a contender here in the PIAA playoffs this year.
Mentioned Kyle Shuck. His brother was the former record holder in receptions for touchdowns in a career. He's currently a walk-on at Ohio State. Seeing some playing times on special team. He spent 2 years at Bloomsburg and decided to go with the Buckeyes and walked on and earned a scholarship. Here's Briggs. Pressure coming from behind. Throws and has his man. Number 28. That's Reinert out of the backfield.
That's the kind of thing you can't give him that much time, Mike. That's the key, and I'm sure that's what the defensive coaches for Central are talking about right now on those phones upstairs. We got to get more pressure on him. You cannot let him see the field and be able to pick out categories from that position without some pressure.
Good technique there by Reinert. They do utilize him as a receiver. 12 catches on the year, 141 yards. He's also called a couple of touchdown passes. Penalty markers out.
Dead ball. False start. Offense. 5 yards. Repeat first down.
Make it 5 yard tougher for the Selinsgrove Seals.
You see Coach Hess not real happy with the execution right there of his offensive group.
That was a program they used to run the veer. He's really taken them through a number of different offenses, and certainly they have flourished with a guy like Corey Briggs. Briggs now complete to number 10, Ruby. They're going to get another 5 yards back, plus maybe a yard or two. Tim Arner, first one there defensively, the cornerback, number 21.
Seals quickly out of the huddle.
To the 44, second and 9.
Hurry up offense. Here comes the pressure. Kaiser has it popped up in the air. Here's Moitzen. Moitzen on the reflection, and the Vikings have the interception. That is just the 5th time this year that Briggs has been intercepted, and 9th in his career.
There's a lot of pops up in the air tonight, Mike, and that tip drill working wonders as you see that ball sit up in the air, and then Moitzen comes along and gets it. Now you see it, it's once again hits off the receiver's shoulder pads, pops up in the air. There you see Moitzen right on the spot, standing right there, looks up, everybody's heads up. That's what you want to get, that's what you teach it, and executed very well.
Big opportunity with 1:41 to go in the half. Nosevich, Golias. Gets by Wenrick, fighting to get out of bounds, did not get there. Clock will continue to run at 1:30. Let's go to Regina.
I was standing next to Coach Fairclough after Moitzen intercepted that ball, and he just put his head down and took a big sigh of relief with 1:21 left in this second quarter. You know, and they have the ball. He was just happy that they got it back.
Moitzen's 3rd interception this year. The Vikings. Nosevich with running room once again. He's to the 30 and plowing his way forward. He's inside the 25. Clock will stop while they move the chains.
Well, this is what they've been very successful with all night, Mike. That is running the football from the quarterback position once again. I see this open up, see the